Flylady Diane here. I promised you I would tell you about the basic weekly plan, and today is Wednesday, which means it's Anti-Procrastination Day. Now, you may think, what the dickens is Anti-Procrastination Day? Well, it's not like Pancake Day that comes once a year, or Mother's Day. It's something that we have in the Flylady system that recurs weekly. So I normally just follow the Flylady's basic plan. Anti-Procrastination Day is Wednesday. If you want to move Anti-Procrastination Day to another weekday of your choice, that's fine. I just want to warn you that if you start fiddling about with things and making up your own zones and days, unless you are really good at policing yourself, it may not work out. So I just stick with the Flylady's basic weekly plan because I don't need to think. It's all thought out for me. I see the reminders on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they're all there. So anyway, before I get off track again, what is Anti-Procrastination Day? Well, if you think about it, do you ever have a thing like, a light bulb blows in one of your lamps and you think, oh yeah, I should change that light bulb, and you don't do it? Or when you think about doing it, you haven't actually bought the light bulb from the supermarket or from the store, or you need to renew your driver's license, something like that, but you just keep on putting it off because it seems like it's going to take a lot of time, or you don't want to do it. Well, Anti-Procrastination Day, Wednesday, today, is the day that we sit down or stand up for 15 minutes and just look at those tasks that we've been putting off. In the beginning, if you have an idea that, oh yeah, I need to change that light bulb, write it down on a piece of paper so that once a week when you get to Anti-Procrastination Day, you can start ticking off those items. Now, I'll give you a few examples of things that I've done recently. I had to renew my British passport. Now, the last time I did that was probably 10 years ago, and I was able just to go to the British Embassy in Denmark, go in, I was in and out. These days, of course, you can't just get it done at your local embassy. It has to be done, I had to send it off, I had to go online, and I kind of put it off because I thought, oh, this is going to take forever. But I put it on my list for Anti-Procrastination Day. And the first week, I thought, okay, well, let me just sit down and see what I need to do. So I went online and I realized, okay, I need to get new passport photos done. And I need to look out these documents and photocopy things. So that's what I did. I put on my errand list for Thursday, I put on, get new passport photos. So that was done. So that was one Anti-Procrastination Day. And then when next Anti-Procrastination Day came round, I had my photos. I knew what I had to, put in with my application. I could, I went online, I set my timer and I said, I'm just going to look for 15 minutes. And I filled out as much as I could. And that way, it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. I managed to get everything together. I had stamps, and I could go down to the post office and 3 weeks later, my passport came back, and I thought, what was all the hassle about? The hassle was in my head. I kept on putting it off, thinking it was going to be more difficult than it was. Other things for Anti-Procrastination Day, maybe you need to change your tires. If you're somewhere like us where we change from summer to winter tires, maybe you've been procrastinating on that. There are just lots of little things like, oh, you meant to put some pictures into scrapbook. Set your timer for 15 minutes and see if you can just do that on Anti-Procrastination Day, because it really feels so good to get these little items done. And as I said, also keep a running list so that as soon as you have that idea, you don't need to do it there and then, if it's something like passport application. But just write it down on your list so that once a week you can check up and say, oh yeah, I need to do that, and let me start on that. And before you know it, you'll be ticking off those items Now, we do in Flylady have this principle of the do it now thing. You know, if you see the light bulb needs changed, go and do it immediately. But you know what? We're not all perfect, and if we don't get it done immediately, put it on that list for Anti-Procrastination Day. Now, I want to show you something else because when we were working in Zone 3 2 weeks ago, which was Zone 3 is the main bathroom and one other room of your choice. And I told you that I had been putting off a job of repainting our guest bedroom. And I said to you I was going to do it. I wasn't going to be perfectionist about it. I was just going to set my timer for 15 minutes and do, 15 minutes of, paint roller, 15 minutes of cutting in, 15 minutes painting the skirting boards or the baseboards as you say in American English. So I want to show you what I've been doing. So just hold on a wee minute. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through to our guest bedroom. And ta-da! Now, I don't know if you can see, but I finished the painting. I did it 15 minutes at a time. It's not a perfect job, but it's clean and it's white and shiny. And also, because we're in, Zone 4 bedroom, I thought, oh, well, you know what, I'll go up and make up the bed in here. So it's all ready for our guests. The only thing that I need to do, because we actually have guests coming soon, the only thing that I need to do is put out some towels and some fresh flowers. So go me for getting my anti-procrastination job done in the guest bedroom. And just hold on a minute and I'll go back the other place. Yes, so go me for getting that task done. I did it 15 minutes at a time. I wasn't perfectionist, but there's a dark side to that as well. And if you just hold on, I'm going to take you somewhere else in the house and I'm going to show you what my task for today, Wednesday, Anti-Procrastination Day task is. Just wait and I'll show you. Yes, here I am in our basement because when I finished painting last week, I got everything out of the room and I was ready to make up the bed, but I didn't put away all the painting stuff. Can you see that? I've got painting brushes and a piece of tarpaulin and the paints. So my anti-procrastination task for today is I'm going to set my timer for, I think I can probably do this in 10 minutes, probably less, 5 minutes, and I'm going to get all that stuff away. Excuse me, I just had to sit down again where we've got a lot of pollen here right now and it kind of affects my asthma. So just had to get my breath back because I've been running up and down stairs today. So let me know what your anti-procrastination task is. Do you find it helps you to do these things, just put them on a list and then work through them once a week? I hope it does. And I hope it showed you that, I've got my anti-procrastination tasks just like you. I've got clutter to go through just like you. Remember, my housemate, it looks fine and we've not got much clutter, but I had, when I started with Flylady, I had clutter everywhere. The worst clutter I had was in my head, and this basic weekly plan thing of having a purpose for each day has just taken that chaos in my head away because I'm no longer thinking every day, what is it that I'm meant to be doing and what about this and what about that? I know now that I have set days for doing everything that needs to be done. That we have a set day for paying the bills, so I don't miss paying bills. I have a set day, for doing grocery shopping, that's Errand day on Thursday. There's a video about that. And when I'm out doing my grocery shopping, I also, put that together with going to the library, handing things into the post office, handing things off to friends. So this is the whole genius idea of the basic weekly plan of Flylady. It means that we're not worrying the whole time about what is it? Oh, wasn't there something we're meant to be doing? You can sit back and say, you know what, it's all right. It's all in the plan and I will get there one baby step at a time. And just one day at a time. That's all we're looking at. We're just looking at today is Wednesday. Wednesday is Anti-Procrastination Day. All right. So I won't talk any longer because I'll start my asthma off again. Hope you have a good anti-procrastination day. I'm going to set my timer. I have done my morning routine. I've got my shoes on. Ta-da! I'm going to set my timer and I'm going to get rid of all that paint stuff, put it back where it needs to go, and that will be me. And then after that, I'm going to sit down, pat myself on the back and have a cup of tea, and I hope you'll do the same. Okay, bye for now. Flylady Diane in beautiful sunny Denmark, except we had a bit of snow yesterday and we're getting snow flurries today, but it's sunny, so it's all good. Live long and prosper, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.